Hi guys, Remy here, welcome back to another video. Today I'm super excited to show you my newest record in my collection, and that is the soundtrack to Moulin Rouge. And oh my goodness, is this such a fun album to talk about, because not only do I get to talk about the album, but I get to talk about the film as well. Now, Moulin Rouge is a film that I had never seen until literally a month ago. It was one of those films that I'd always been meaning to see, but I never got the chance to until it was like on Disney Plus and I had some time to myself, and I was like, you know what, I'm finally gonna watch Moulin Rouge because I'm a big Ewan McGregor fan. I was like, it's about time, I need to watch this film. And initially, like, I was a little bit like taken aback by how crazy it is in the beginning. You know, you just got the visuals are just all over the place, the editing's like boom 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 boom, the music is just these wild remixes of songs, and I'm like, what is going on here? So it took me aback at first, but then as the film went on to show its plot and like the romance between Christian and Satine, and more songs started playing, I just really fell in love with the film. It really left an impression on me, and I thought, well, I have to get the soundtrack because it's just amazing. Originally I did get myself the deluxe CD box set because the vinyl release only has 15 tracks, I think, roughly 15 tracks, whereas the deluxe CD has like a whole other album with like instrumentals, film versions of songs and stuff. So there's quite a few omissions from the vinyl release. However, the vinyl release does have some amazing tracks I'm going to talk to you about right now. But first, before I do any of that, I need to show you guys how pretty the vinyl is. This is a 2 LP set. The first vinyl is this lovely red. It's a bit transparent, but it's just such a lovely shade. It's really gorgeous, and it perfectly evokes the Moulin Rouge. You can see like the windmill and like the moon that kind of looks similar to the, oh my god, what's the name of the film? The Georges Méliès Man on the Moon short film from like the late 18th century. But I don't remember what it's called, but it's like something de la Lune, because this Moulin Rouge takes place in the year 1899, so very much in that time period where, you know, the early cinema is beginning. And then we've got the second vinyl, which again has the same windmill and smiling moon artwork in this lovely kind of, I don't know what to call it, crystal pearl type vinyl. The vinyl is a little bit thin. I think this would have been better if the vinyl was a bit thicker. Like, I feel like it's a bit too fragile. However, it's got such gorgeous like marble like splatter effect. It's really, really pretty. But yeah, I did replace the inner sleeves. These aren't perfect. These are from another album that I had, but they're much better than the paper sleeves I had before, so I swapped them out. But yeah, I just think the vinyl looks absolutely gorgeous. And then we've got this beautiful booklet, which is basically an enlarged version of the CD booklet. It's just got, you know, stills of the characters with artwork, you know, with the loud words, truth, beauty, freedom and love, very bohemian. I just absolutely love the aesthetic of this film. I think Baz Luhrmann's films are always just so visually appealing, and I just love it. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and it has like the track list in here and all the liner notes and everything like that. But yeah, just gorgeous. But yes, let's talk about like the actual music. So it opens up with Nature Boy by David Bowie, and if I'm right, I don't think David Bowie sings Nature Boy in the film. I think in the film it's, I could be be wrong, but I remember it being like some court jester looking guy who obviously sings the song, but it's a different actor, so I was really surprised to hear David Bowie singing it, but it was a really welcome surprise. However, what was not a welcome surprise was putting the vinyl on, and the first thing I hear is Christian's heartbreaking line from the beginning of the film.
This story is about love. The woman I loved is
Okay, I did not need that heartbreak on vinyl. I don't want to be sad right now. Don't make me depressed straight away. But yeah, I think Nature Boy is such a haunting, amazing song and such a great introduction to the film. And then track number 2, one of the most iconic team-ups in history. Like, forget about Avengers Endgame, forget about Infinity War, forget about Spider-Man No Way Home.
Sisters, let me hear your flow, sisters.
Hey sister, go sister, soul sister, flow sister.
Lady Marmalade with Christina Aguilera, Lil' Kim, Maya and Pink will always be the best team-up in history. I know that was originally done in the 70s, but this version just trumps it. I'm sorry, it's true. I'm a child of the 2000s. It's one of the most iconic songs, looks, music videos from that time. I just think it's amazing. I think it's the first music video I ever remember watching, and it's one of the first songs I ever really loved. So Lady Marmalade really means a lot to me. It's just such a good song, and it makes me feel so like powerful and everything. It's a very empowering song for me. I just think Lady Marmalade is just chef's kiss, and I was so happy to be able to hear that song on vinyl, which was really, really cool. And then, you know, we've got a lot of dance tracks with Moulin Rouge. So you've got the Fat Boy Slim Because We Can, and which then goes into Nicole Kidman's Sparkling Diamonds, which has got bits and pieces of Material Girl by Madonna, as well as Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend by Marilyn Monroe. And you know, Nicole Kidman does a fantastic job as Satine. She's such a fun character, and I absolutely loved her rendition of those two songs into this glorious Moulin Rouge-esque version. I thought it was so cool.
But square or pear-shaped, these marks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Then side 2, oh my goodness, Your Song by Ewan McGregor. Oh my god, I have so many different versions of Your Song on my phone, and I've now just had to add another one because it's just such a beautiful rendition of the song. My favourite bit is McGregor plays a doe-eyed, loved up, romantic man so well, and it's just, he's just a lovesick puppy, and his song is just beautiful. It's just really, really lovely. Such a nice version of Your Song. And then Nicole Kidman's One Day I'll Fly Away is just gorgeous. Her voice is so beautiful. The Elephant Love medley, part of me really loves the Elephant Love medley. Like, there's bits from the medley that I think is absolutely gorgeous and that I almost wish were full songs on their own, because another part of me feels like it's a little bit too jarring, as in you can tell they've just picked a bunch of songs that have the word love in it and shoved it all together, which personally I find a little bit clunky. But then I also understand that that is probably the intention. It's supposed to be like that. They're just having fun, just being like, just talking about let's be in love, and let's think of every single song that has love in it. My highlights from the love medley are definitely All You Need Is Love, Silly Love Songs, and Heroes. And I'm glad that Heroes got like an extended bit because it was just really beautiful. They changed some of the lyrics to kind of make it apply a bit more to their situation, and it's just so sweet. Oh, and then of course we have the best song on the soundtrack, excluding Lady Marmalade, and that is the song Come What May, which was originally written for Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet. However, it didn't make it onto Romeo and Juliet, so it makes its debut on Moulin Rouge. And what an amazing song. It's just so romantic. Initially I preferred the original film version over the soundtrack version, and a part of me still does, because it's so dramatic, and it's like this climax of their love, and it's just really, you know, it's a typical musical, like cinematic, it's a typical huge musical outpour of love, and it's just great. And then I've really grown to like the soundtrack version because it's a little bit more contemporary, but it still has the epicness of the film version. I just wish that, I know that the film version does get put onto the deluxe CD release of the soundtrack. I just wish it was also on the vinyl release. And speaking of Come What May, it breaks my heart that on no versions of the soundtrack is the Come What May reprise. I adore the Come What May reprise. Sometimes I prefer it. I just think it's lovely that Satine starts the song this time versus Christian starting the song, and she's trying to call out to him. She's like, I do love you, and she's using the song whilst everyone's watching, where they are the only two that understand what the song means to them. And also I just think vocally there's just some great moments in the reprise that I just wish that it existed on the soundtrack, because it doesn't. It only exists in the film, and I'm like, why not? But yeah, Come What May, just every single version of Come What May is incredible. Like Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor are just absolutely fantastic, and I could listen to them sing all day.
Listen to my heart, can you hear it sing? Telling me to give you everything. Seasons may change, winter to spring.
Then we have El Tango de Roxanne, which really has grown on me. I just think, oh my goodness, I think my favourite bit has to be the bit where the violins are erratic and they sound so dissonant, and they really represent how everything is falling apart. Like you can feel like everything is just crumbling to pieces. Like Christian is he is just a broken man at that point. He's just falling apart because he thinks that Satine doesn't love him, when actually Satine loves him so much, but she can't be with him because she has to be with the Duke, but then she's dying, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is killing me. And Ewan's emotion as he cries out, the man is just bearing his soul, and it's just such a fantastic performance, not only in singing but in acting as well. It's just a cry of pure pain, and I just love it. It's just so dramatic, and I'm just like, this is pure angst, and I'm so here for it. And not to mention Jose Feliciano's performance is fantastic in that song as well. Then we have the song that I'm going to completely butcher, which is Complainte de la Butte. I'm so sorry. It's by Rufus Wainwright. I thought that was just a really beautiful song to listen to. I'm not too familiar with it. I don't remember hearing it in the film. Then again, I've only watched the film once, but I really enjoyed hearing it. It was like after such a raw performance of El Tango de Roxanne, this is a bit softer. It kind of, actually remembering it now, there's bits of the piano that sound very similar to the melody in Up. So that, yeah, I thought it was just it was a nice peaceful come down from the emotional song that came before. But yes, and then we have Hindi Sad Diamonds, followed by a Massive Attack version of David Bowie's Nature Boy. But yeah, I haven't talked about all of the songs on here just because they were ones that either I don't have much to say about, or I don't really remember, or they were okay, they were fine. But I've talked about most of the songs on here. But to sum up, I had such a fun time listening to this album because even though I've only seen the film once and I'm still very new to it, listening to the album made me feel like I was watching the film all over again, and I suppose that's what makes a really good soundtrack. It's the audio version of the film, and the songs are all you need for your brain to piece the gaps in between, if you get what I'm trying to say. It's just, I felt like I was watching the film again and I was just having so much fun. You know, there's a whole mix of different songs. You've got the dance songs, you've got the really like contemporary sounding songs, and then you've got the more classic romantic songs, and then pure emotional performances. It's a whirlwind of a soundtrack and it's great. Again, I do wish that the original version of Come What May, and especially its reprise, made it onto here. I'm heartbroken that it's not. However, despite that, I think this is great. I don't have many soundtracks, and I'm not a huge musicals person. Like I like a few musicals, but I wouldn't say that I'm like a musical fan or like a Broadway kind of gal or anything. I don't even watch that many musical films, but this was great. This was a fantastic soundtrack, and I'm really glad that I have it now. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have an Instagram at Records with Rem, so check me out on there. Please like and subscribe for more stuff, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye guys!